everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching. As I always say, it's been like ages since I haven't been on YouTube, but I can't help it really because I'm so busy with my Instagram that I hardly get time to sort of do my YouTube. Actually, that's no reason, but I'm actually short of time, honestly. But I'm trying my best to sort of do videos which are useful and which would give you more information about, like, let's say reviewing products, you know, quick tips and tricks on like probably doing like easy everyday kind of a makeup thing. That's my target right now. So today I've got the Huda Beauty 3D highlighters for you, and this is what it looks like, the packaging. Obviously, guys, it's amazing. So we're going to do like a complete review about it. Let me tell you a little story. What happened was, like, I was invited to Marc Jacobs' event. Before just actually talking about the palette or giving like a review, I thought I'm just going to try it out and see how it is. So I tried this palette out and I used Golden Sands. That's my palette. That's my color, I feel. And when I went there for the event, every other person was asking me about my highlighter. I had some guys also coming up to me and saying, like, you know, we like your glow. It was amazing to see like how people were like noticing highlighter. And I do have a short video on my Instagram on what I did. I did with red lips. I think probably that's why it was standing out a lot. That's where I realized, when almost so many of the ladies came up to me and said, like, we want to know what highlighter you've used. It's just amazing. That made me realize that, okay, half of my reviewing is already done by like normal people because they didn't even know that I used Huda Beauty's palette. And that's when I said, like, oh, okay. I can see that this palette is going to do wonders. One is the Pink Sand Edition and the other one is the Golden Sand Edition. Let's talk about the packaging. This woman, honestly, she always comes up with the most unique, interesting, and quality products. That's one thing I can say about Huda Beauty. Look at her packaging. It's sleek. Number one, it's super sleek. Packaging is really interesting. So it does have like a 3D glow, if you can see. Then what she's done inside is like, okay, so 4 colors, both the palettes. This one is the Pink Sands that I'm doing right now. And Pink Sand is basically for people with, let's say, porcelain to fair skin. So the first one is Capri. Now this is a cream base. Look, so it's a cream base which you use. Let me just read it out from the back so that it makes more sense for you guys. It has reflecting pearls in it, and this is used as a base to sort of put the highlighter on. So this is Santorini. This is Santorini. Sorry, I'm just really bad with names, but this is the highlighter which you use on the highest points over here. So you use the cream base first, just dab it up a little bit, and then you use the powder. And if you really want to see how this palette is used, you can head over to my Instagram. I've done like quick tutorials using this 3D highlighter palette. But if you're not able to sort of catch up on that also, there is a guideline given to you. So number 1 is basically to prep your skin. Number 2 is to set the highlighter. The third highlighter is basically more used to sculpt or to sort of contour your cheek. And the last one is Ibiza. I hope I'm saying this right. Oh my god. Okay, so the pink one is basically to use it as a blush. Pink actually highlighter gives a very nice healthy glow to your skin. Let's talk about the pigmentation here a little bit. I've already swatched it over here on my hand, but I'm going to use my fingers also so that you guys can see and sort of judge yourself. So the cream highlighter is like this. Okay, I hope you guys can see this. They are super pigmented, beautiful colors. And another thing that I've realized with this palette is that if you're using the pink blush, the pink highlighter, I would personally not use the blush because it sort of does the work for the blush, if that makes sense. So for me, you know, I would just stick to this for blush if you want to give like a nice pink kind of glow. Other thing about this palette though, let me just like sort of put it out there, that, you know, a lot of highlighting palettes, they have like a little bit of glitter in it. So they have like a little bit of flecks of glitter. This doesn't have it. So girls who like, you know, like soft and subtle kind of highlighting palette, this is the palette for them, because there's no glitter in it. It's just glow. It's just glow. No shimmer, no flecks of glitter, because I've noticed like sometimes when you use a palette with glitter flecks in it, it tends to give a very bad fallout. With the cream base, I think it sort of helps the highlighter to sort of just stick in place and just be there for like hours. It seems to be like a pretty decent size. Look at it. So I'm sure this is the kind of palette which would probably last you for a very long time. Unless like you're probably eating it. If you're eating it, that is. I like to eat my glitters in terms like I want my skin to eat glitters. So I would use this like crazy, I would. So the only thing is that I don't know the price of it yet, to be honest. But I do know that this is launched on the first week of May at the stores. If you want to be updated with the palettes and when it's coming out, head over to my Instagram. Just keep on following me on Instagram, because once the palettes are released, either they're released online or they're released in the shops, I will definitely let you know. So follow me on Instagram. The second palette is called this Golden Sands, and this is what it looks like. I like to look a bit on the darker side. So I personally, for me, I would go with this palette. This is what I would use. Like, let's say even like on daily basis, I would use this palette. All the details are given over here for you to sort of, read and go for it. I've got Fiji as a base, cream base. So the highlighter over here, is more towards the bronzy side. Now the previous one, the pink one, was more towards the whitey pink side. This is more towards the bronze side. And now, okay, this is another bronze color for contour. The peachy pink is a little bit darker than my previous pink, and it has like more of an orangey undertone to it. Because there is no price to it, so I can't really sort of compare it with any other highlighter palette. But I'm just presuming, I'm just saying that even if this palette is a bit pricey, it's worth it. It's worth buying the palette. The only thing is you need to be kind of sure of what your skin tone is. So if you're more towards the white pink side, you need the pink sand. And if you're more towards the bronzy, medium to dark side, then you need the golden sand. I've used my golden sand palette, the highlighter, and this is what I've come up with. I've used it on my eyes. Let me tell you what I've used on my eyes so that you get an idea. I've used Zanzibar. This is the peachy orangey color. I've used it on my lids. But before that, what I did was I wanted to try it out and see. I used Fiji as a cream base to have like the maximum intensity for my eye shade. And then again, this cream highlighter over here, if you guys can see how nice, beautiful and glowy this is. This pinky color over here on my cheeks also. Then what I did after applying my lipstick, I used a little bit of Fiji, only Fiji, on my lip in the middle, just to sort of give it like a fuller look. 2017's best highlighter, my personal favorite highlighter palette. I'm not saying this honestly because she has sent it to me. I'm just giving my honest review about it. I would really want you guys to try this out. I don't mind glow in the summers. I don't mind glow in the winters. I'm the kind of person who doesn't really care what the weather is like, what the season is. I just like to do my own thing. So, I would use this in winters as well. I just don't see why you can't use highlighters in winters. So I would use it throughout the year, any season, anytime, day, night. The only thing I would do though is in the mornings I would try to keep it a little soft, but in the nights I would be like, bam, go blind, girl, go blind. Can't wait to sort of try out more looks with it. Girls, these palettes are worth buying. They are like a treasure in your makeup area. And I'm very much sure that you guys are going to like it too. So with that note, I'm going to see you next time with maybe a tutorial or maybe, I don't know, another review. Till then, you take good care of yourself. Stay safe and stay beautiful. Bye guys.